Welcome back, folks, to another rebuild, and due to a request we're going over to Spain and Atletico Madrid, where over the last 10 seasons they have played third wheel to Real Madrid and Barcelona, finishing third and occasionally second, and having won it once. We're going to see if we can upset the apple cart, get in between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and also go for it in Europe. Having enjoyed the greatest era in the 2010s, boasting a proud total of 32 competition wins. They finished runners-up in the Champions League in 74, 2014 and 2016, winning the Spanish top division 11 times and runners-up 10 times. They have won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1962, finishing second 2 further times and winning the UEFA Super Cup in 2010, 12 and 18. So they actually won the Liga in 2021, being the last time. They haven't won the Champions League, though they have come runners-up in 1974, 14 and 2016. So that's quite recent, but again, because they've not won it, we're going to try and win that as well. It's going to be a tough ask, but I do believe that we are more than capable of doing it. This is their favoured formation. I'm not a fan of it, I'm not going to lie. 3 at the back, 3 across the back 3, and 2 in midfield. We'll see what sort of formation we can put out there, but I'd rather have 4 at the back, 2 DMs if that's the way to go. But it might be a case that we give this a go if we can't get anybody in and we have the right players in there. But they've got Griezmann, Morata, Llorente, Koke. They've got Molina, Witsel, Ronaldo, Jimenez, Paulista, Hermoso and Oblak. I mean, there's not a reason why they can't go head to toe with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Quite a lot of loan obligations with a lot of them going out, including João Felix as well. The board, they want us to sign young players to develop for profit, work within the budget, and challenge for the first division title. Do they want us to win it at any point? Work towards winning it in the few seasons. Okay. Reach the latter stages of the Champions League. Yeah, I think it's all quite doable. First off, as always, we have a look at the finances. 23 million in the bank. We've got £4 million transfer budget, which isn't too bad, and they are almost at the top end of the wages budget as well. Any debts? Well, they've got £75 million remaining, £31 million net debt, paying nearly £1 million per month. Wow, that's an awful lot. Staffing wise, there's an awful lot of work to do here. I don't understand why we've not got a full complementary of staff. That's something that has to be remedied very, very quickly. But first of all, let's have a look at our squad. Let's have a look and see if there's any aging players in here. Wow, there's an awful lot of players here. Like Oblak, I mean, he'll be here for a while. I think 30 years old. You're going to find it very difficult to replace him, I think. Unless somebody comes in with £100 million, then that might be a different matter. Morata's 30 years old. Koke's 31. Griezmann's 32. Stefan Savic 32 as well. Paulista 32. 33 Vitolo. Cesar Azpilicueta. I could never ever say his name, and I think I might just get rid of him just because of that. I do apologise. I'm so sorry, Cesar. And Witsel 34. I mean, it is an aging side, to be fair. So looking at the better players that we have got, then Griezmann and Oblak, we've just spoke about, 32 and 30 years old. But we have got 23-year-old João Felix, who's out on loan, which I find incredible. He should be playing for us. Where's he gone to? He's at Barcelona. Why would you send him to Barcelona? Wow. Llorente's 28. Good. Can play DM, can play right side midfield as well. I mean, he'll be good for a good few years as well. We've also got KK again, 31 years old. 29-year-old De Paul Rodrigo, midfielder, winger. Looks pretty decent, 29 years old. Lamar, 27. I think he's a left-hand side. He is. Can play wing-back as well, actually. I mean, I'm veering towards a 4-4-2 looking like this. We have got players that can play in their positions, but I think Lamar is pretty decent. But acceleration pace could do with being a little bit quicker. We have a look at potentials. So a Morodion striker. Oh, very good. I mean, he's got bags of potential. He's on loan to Alves at the minute. Hoping he's going to get some game time. And also we've got Barrios, 20-year-old midfielder or DM. I mean, he's worth £67 million. I mean, are we playing midfielders or are we playing DMs? I would like to stick him in there and see what he can do. Very high potential. I mean, we've got Koke, we've got Llorente, De Paul, Sal. Yeah, he's down the pecking order. And then there's a lot of players who are out on loan who just doesn't look very good, really, to be fair. And would look to have to see if we can offload a few of these players and bring in younger versions. I think that's what we may have to do. So we managed to offload a couple of players. Stefan Savic has gone to Wolves for £5.25 million, and Witsel has gone to Newcastle for 1.6, which did leave the way for a couple of other players to slot into the team. With that extra money, we bought a couple of more players. First one from Huesca, a goalkeeper. I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. 1.7 million, I might be mistaken, 2.5 maybe. £2.5 million we got him from Huesca. Overall, his stats don't look that bad at all. And I think for a backup goalkeeper, and at 25 years old, he's not going to be our number one goalkeeper, not unless he improves massively. But if Oblak decides to retire at any time soon, we will have to look at somebody else as a first choice goalkeeper. But for a backup, I'm pretty pleased. And from Fiorentina for £8 million, we bring in Nikola Milenkovic, a centre-back. He's got some potential left in him, and he looks pretty good. He's a powerful centre-back as well, and he's reasonably quick, so that's going to help us quite a bit. And he's built like a wall, so he shouldn't get many people past him, I hope, or I expect to see a lot of yellow cards. The tactic we're running with is this one, with one DM, two midfield. Barrios is going to be locked into the midfield role. I did experiment him in the DM role. He wasn't too bad there, actually, to be honest, but I think he's more favoured into midfield. And being young, I want him there as an end game if we can. And Depay is going to be on that left-hand side, because if we don't, then Griezmann will take that place and he won't develop at all. And Griezmann's on the wrong side of 30 at the moment, so if any bids come in for him, we will be letting him go. So far, so good. We've only lost the one game in the league against Real San Sebastian, 1-0 away from home, disappointingly. But we did beat Atletico Pamplona 4-0, 3-0 against Hispales, and we've just beaten Granada 1-0 as well. The Champions League, we've been drawn against Bayern Munich, Lazio, Newcastle. That's going to be a tough ask to get out of that group. And currently we are top of the table. Just that one loss, although we have played a game more than Barcelona. And where are Real Madrid? They've lost a game already to Valencia, 4-0. And we've taken a 4-point lead over them as well. So if we can remain there, then that will be pretty good on our part. And the season preview, again, has us down in third position, 11-1 now behind Barcelona, only just though, with Griezmann hitting the dream 11. So let's move on to our first season, see how we get on and see how the land lies. Well, we definitely put ourselves in the mix here, 1 point behind Barcelona, and I'm sure we were top at some point, but 4 losses this season, that's not bad at all. And they were against Real Madrid, Las Palmas, Valencia and Real San Sebastian. A smashing by Palmas though, 5-2. That game probably cost us. So where were they? They were third from bottom. They got relegated and we got panned. That game obviously cost us, and a draw there as well. I'm not sure who that was against. 0-0 against Vallecano. Again, 2 points, we would have won the league. I tell you what, that's very close. I did say I wanted to get in the mix, and we certainly done that though. Only conceding 24 goals this season. That's superb. Depay gets most assists for the season, and Oblak 23 clean sheets ahead of Stegen as well. League form, I can see a 7-0 victory there against Almeria. Wow, that's smashing them with a thump. Valencia, that's that loss. We had a couple of wins. Barcelona 3-0 at home. That's a pretty good result. Losing to Valencia and then beating Barcelona obviously saved themselves for that game. Couple of all good wins, including a 2-0 away win at Real Madrid. 5-2 loss, of course, we did see that one. We have a lot of games where we're not conceding many, if any, goals. Barcelona 0-0 away from home, a 3-1 win over Cadiz. Yeah, they're quite close games in all, but Real Madrid will lose at home too. But we do have a very strong finish. But Bilbao and Vallecano, that's probably cost us the title, I think. The other competitions, wow, we could be known as the almost runs. What on earth? Runners up in the Champions League, runners up in the Spanish Cup, and runners up in the Super Cup as well. That's insane. I don't think I've ever done this before. Runners up in everything, the league, and the 3 cup competitions as well. Let's have a look at the Champions League first. We lost to Real Madrid. Oh no. On penalties as well. The group stage, how did we fare? We topped our group. We beat Lazio 2-0 and 3-1. Beat Newcastle 3-1, but beat Bayern Munich twice, 3-2 and 5-0. Losing to Newcastle 2-1. That was a comfortable victory in the group stage. That's pretty good. And Real Madrid, they lost 3 games. PSV twice and Benfica. Round of 16, we played PSG. We beat them 3-2. Quarterfinals, 4-0 smashing of Manchester United. Semi-final, we beat AC Milan 5-3, including a 5-0 victory in the second leg after losing the first one 3-0. I mean, that is got to be a comeback of comebacks, surely. And to do all that and then losing the final, it is disappointing. But again, it was against Real Madrid. But it would have been nice to pick up our first trophy there, I guess. The Spanish Cup, we runners up again, 3-2 to Bilbao. Wow. How on earth did that happen? Really? Semi-final, we beat Barcelona 5-2. We beat Barcelona and we couldn't beat Bilbao. Quarters, Vigo 2-0. Even beat Gijón 1-0. Real Madrid, where were they? They weren't even at that point. Where were they? 8-0 against Aguilas. Wow, that's a good result. Real Madrid lost to Ferrol 1-0. Good grief. And the Super Cup, who did we lose to? Barcelona. Yeah, the top 2 teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona, when it really matters, they really know how to turn the screw, don't they? Squad-wise, let's have a look at the damage. Then Morata, 25 and 3, not bad at all. Griezmann, 24 and 6, they're both into their 30s. Depay now reached 30. 24 and 19, that's pretty solid. Lino, 9 and 7, 7 and 8 for Barrios. That's not a bad season for him. He's only 20, mind, and still got acres of potential left. 5 and 12 for Milona, 4 and 2 for Lamar, and 3 and 12 for KK as well. That's pretty good. Llorente, 6 assists, 43 goals conceded by Oblak, but a massive 33 clean sheets. That's mad. That's a lot. I mean, that is what, 26 games he's conceded 43 goals. That's crazy. 33 clean sheets. He's worth up to £100 million as well. So going into next season, £7 to £8 million. We may have to work a little bit of magic, see if we can bump that up, sort some contracts out at the same time, and see if we can improve the side a little bit more. So the transfer window started with a bang, and straight away Al-Ahly came in for Koke for up to £40.5 million, and for a 32-year-old, I just could not say no. And Anton Griezmann has gone to Al Hilal for up to £63 million, 51 million straight up. Again, another fee we just couldn't say no to, and with him well into his 30s, it was time to say goodbye. Thank you for your service, and let some of the younger guys have a go. First one from Barcelona for £43 million. Rafinha, he was put on the transfer market, and we snatched their fingers pretty much. We wanted somebody just as quality-like as Griezmann, and I think he can do the job. He can play either side of the wings, which is quite handy, but he hasn't produced anything just yet with 3 games played. And from Benfica, wonder kid Antonio Silva, centre-back, £55 million. For a 20-year-old, I'm quite happy with that. Already 4 games for us. He's scored a goal. He's got more than what Rafinha is, and he's playing at the back. Amazing stuff. But physicals and mentals look absolutely amazing. Passing's even better. Tackling technique, he's got it all. It can only improve more. We have locked in a couple of players. Barrios is still locked in. He's going to be still in the midfield. We have changed it up a little bit because João Felix is here now. Koke's gone. So it does free up the DM role, which we've moved into a attacking midfielder, which João Felix fits in superbly. If we pick our best 11, that's what we have got. As you can see, Barrios has gone, and now for young forward as well, Samu Amorodian. I'm going to give him a go this season. Mentals look really good. Jumping reach, fitness and pace look really nice as well. Heading's not too bad. Brilliant potential. So I want to see what he's got in his locker. He was on loan last season. He did score 12 goals in 33. Whether or not he'll be able to do that for us is another matter, but then again, he's going to get a lot more opportunities, so hopefully he will do. So far, so good with this new formation. It's not dazzling, to say the least, but we are getting used to it. We did have a fluttering start against Villarreal, 1-1. It took Llorente 89 minutes to score a goal. Vallecano, 92nd minute winner from Silva. Mallorca, Carrera, 67 minute. We are leaving it very late. And Getafe, it was a Morandian goal in the 49th minute that gave us the win. So really happy with the wins, but they've been very, very close. So they're not as fluent as they were last season. Champions League, we have been drawn against PSV, Roma, Dortmund, Hajduk Split, Ajax, Man City, Real San Sebastian and Nice. That's going to be quite difficult, I feel. But I do think we are good enough to get past this. Considering we made it to the final last season, I'd like to see the same again. We're currently lying in 3rd position, unbeaten. But Real Madrid and Barcelona are 4 for 4 currently, and having scored more goals than us. So let's go into our 2nd season and see if we can actually come away with a victory in one of these 4 competitions. Well, even a change of formation doesn't quite help, but it does give us a bit more points, and then once again we finished in 2nd position, 1 point behind Barcelona. 94 points to 93. That is huge. And when you have a look at the goals scored and against and goal difference, it's exactly the same. The only thing being is that we've drawn 2 games where they've lost 1, where the 1 point comes from. I mean, it's just incredible how close we've gone. Despite Barcelona losing the last game of the season, we also lost 1 game in the last 5 as well. We beat Real Madrid convincingly as well, actually. 15 points the difference. I mean, did we beat Real Madrid? We beat them 3-0. Wow. We lost 3 games. That was to Real Madrid, Valencia and Barcelona. Barcelona, they did lose to us around Madrid as well, so we've all taken a chunk out of each other in the end. And our young striker, look at him, 18 goals this season, 2nd best, alongside Bellingham as well, would you believe? That is phenomenal. Rafinha gets onto the average rating, best players, and he also gets 16 assists, which is the most in the league as well. Oblak, once again, gets the most clean sheets with 21, winning the Golden Glove yet again. And João Felix, on his return back to Atletico, gets a 6 Man of the Match awards. If we have a look at our form in the league, it has been... it was a slow start with a few goals, scoring all the same, but September wasn't too bad, scoring more than 2 goals in a game, a 5-1 win over Pamplona there. Sevilla get beat as well. We did draw with Girona, but we beat Real Madrid 3-0. And we lose our first game on the turn of the year, the 1st of January against Barcelona. Then we go on to a few more wins, not scoring more than 4 goals in a game. We lost 4-3 to Valencia with a goal in the 88th minute. But most of the goals were, it was 3-3 after half an hour. I mean, that's crazy. We go on a little bit of a run, not conceding a goal. We have a 6-1 victory over Levante after being thrashed by Real Madrid. So that really did it, I think. And we beat Barcelona last game of the season to close the gap. But that loss to Real Madrid or even Valencia, a point there would have been nice. We were very, very close this time. Competition-wise, not as good as the previous season. Although we got knocked out in the semi-final in the Super Cup to Bilbao. 1-0 in the end. Real Madrid beating Barcelona 1-0, and the final being won by Real Madrid convincingly 3-1. Runners up in the Spanish Cup yet again, losing to Real Madrid. I'm not sure if we lost to Real Madrid last time actually. It was Bilbao actually, but 2-1 to Real Madrid. Again, another loss. But again, to the final, we did beat Barcelona 6-5 overall in over the 2 legs. Quarterfinals, we beat Gijón. We beat Espanyol 5-2 in the 4th round. Did we get to play the 3rd? We did. Liga 3-0. I mean, it wasn't a bad journey with our young striker getting their joint leading goal scorer. And in the Champions League, we get knocked out by PSG 2-0 overall, 1-0 in each game. Oh, that's unfortunate. We were very, very close. Barcelona get knocked out as well. 6-1 by AC Milan. Wow. Liverpool go through and so do Arsenal. Round of 16 where we got through, we beat Nice 4-1 over the 2 legs. We didn't feature in the playoff round, so that means we must have done well in the league phase. Oh, qualified in 8th position. 16 points just on goal difference. Ajax we beat, Hajduk we beat, Dortmund we thrashed 4-0. And PSV we beat, and Roma we drew with Real San Sebastian but lost to Nice, who we beat in the next round, and lost to Man City as well. Liverpool topped it with Man City. Real Madrid were 3rd, so who went to win it? It was PSG over Liverpool. Overall, not as good as last season, but we are there or thereabouts, and we're getting closer in the league. And Samu Moradian, he gets the leading goal scorer with 26 goals and 3 assists. Not bad for the 21-year-old. I want to try and give him another season, see where it goes. But he's got bags of potential. João Felix, 19 and 13, superb from the cam position. 19 and 6 for Lino as well. 15 and 20 for Rafinha. Superb buy, I feel. And Morata gets a few games, 13 goals and an assist. Llorente chips in with 11 assists. So does De Paul. And Barrios, how did he do? Did he not do very well? 7 assists. He's not performing as well, is he? I have to admit, we're fighting a losing battle on this one. If we have a quick look at him, what's his development like? 'Cause I just don't think he's progressed. Well, he's not really, is he? If we just have a look over the last 2 seasons, he's just gone down. It's not really materialised, so we may have to look for another midfielder. I'm disappointed, I'm not going to lie, but it'd be good for a backup at least anyway. We've given him a chance. I mean, he is valued at £77 million. I just don't see how. Not yet, at least anyway. And Oblak, 28 clean sheets this time, 45 conceded. So slightly worse than last season, but still pretty good. And at 32 years old. Going into next season, that's much better. But somehow we've been given nearly £68 million, despite only having 36, nearly 37 in the bank. Okay, if they're offering to give me that, then we will definitely spend it. Starting with the couple of outs, and Angel Correa, he's gone to Fiorentina for £7.5 million. We also lose Depay, he's gone to Valencia. Controversial, but for £6.5 million, we couldn't say no in the end, which did make way for another player to come in the other direction. We'll get to that in just a second. Saul has gone to Vigo, the 30-plus-year-old, £6 million. I thought that was quite a bargain, a cut price deal really. He was on 200 grand a week, which enabled us to move the budget from the wages to transfer budget to enable some of the other players to come in as well. That was a big help. We also lose Marino to Corinthians for up to 3.6, and Vigo also pick up Marcos Paulo, a striker. Elia Young'un, £200,000. He wasn't getting any game time, bless him, so we let him go, and Vigo obliged. They wanted him on loan originally, but we managed to strike a deal to move him on a permanent deal, and which enabled us to bring in Javi Guerrera. I think it was £47 million from Valencia. So Depay goes one way and we bring Guerrera the other way. I was quite surprised he was on the transfer list. So we bagged him, and I tell you what, he looks absolutely phenomenal. 22 years old, exactly what we need in that midfield. And also from Sporting for £51 million, he's going to partner his patriot Antonio Silva at the heart of the defence. On 2 Portuguese players in there, and they look really good at the minute. For £51 million, he's proven to be a pretty good bargain. And finally from Corinthians, we had some money left over and I wanted to spend it. It felt wrong not spending it, just in case we didn't get it next season. But Wesley comes in. Like I say, we lost Depay. I wanted to get another young player on that left-hand side. He's already played a game for us off the bench with an assist already, so hopefully he's going to grab some game time this season. But he looks really good. Physicals look fantastic, acceleration is pretty good, pace is quite good as well, dribbling's excellent, he's got a good technique, his flair, determination. I think he's going to grow very rapidly, I think. So we're sticking with the same formation, however we are changing one position in the midfield to centre midfield, attacking to fit in Guerrera. I think, Guerrera. That was the main reasoning for that. João Felix looks really superb in that position as well. And Amarodian, he scored 8 goals for us already this season. Absolutely phenomenal from the youngster. And he looks pretty good now. Finishing of 15. I'm awfully glad we've stuck with him for the first couple of seasons. So far, so good. We've been putting the ball in the net quite a lot of times. We won this friendly cup, whatever that was. We beat Newcastle in the final there 2-1, so that was a really good result. Then we started our campaign in La Liga. Alves we beat 5-0. Valencia 7-2. That was just before we let Depay go there. So I'll be interested to see how well he does. Bilbao we thrashed 6-0. I know we've been having an awful lot of difficulty playing against Bilbao, but there was no difficulty this time around, and Pamplona a 2-1 victory, which seems a little bit odd considering we've thrashed Valencia and Bilbao. Really does. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Liverpool, Feyenoord, Zvezda, Atalanta, Manchester City, Arsenal, Real Madrid. That's the Super Cup semi-final, sorry. Astana and Dortmund. There's a couple of games I think we could win, but that's, again, another difficult draw. We are riding high, top of the table, 4 for 4. 17 goal difference already. I mean, that is just fantastic. Alves, you can see, -5. Where's Valencia? -7, and they're near the bottom as well. Yeah, we're looking good at the moment. Real Madrid, 9 points, 3 points behind, and Barcelona, wow, okay, they lost 2 games then, 6 points. And where do they see us in the preview for this season? Oh, 15-2. Okay, so the side quite isn't there yet, but we're getting there. So let's go on, simulate our 3rd season, and hopefully this time, fingers crossed, we can bring home some silverware. It's taken us 2 seasons, 2 very close seasons, and the 3rd one we have won the league by 3 points away from Real Madrid. Barcelona have fallen by the wayside ever so slightly, finishing 9 points behind despite a strong finish. But we managed to score 126 goals, 37 against. We did concede an awful lot, but however, I think it's been more than made up with the goals scored. That is absolutely brilliant. Games lost were Real Madrid, Bilbao. Always lose to Bilbao. We lost 7-2 to Real Madrid. What on earth? Barcelona 3-1 and 1-0 to Vigo. I mean, that is, wow, we won't dawdle on that too much. 7-2, flipping heck. Real Madrid, they did lose to Barcelona, Hispales and Sevilla, and we did beat Barcelona 5-4 in a game, and Real Madrid beat them as well. Despite not beating them convincingly enough or losing very badly, we still managed to finish top, which is excellent stuff. We did lose a game though in the last 5, which nearly threw it away, but Almoradian finishes leading goal scorer, just ahead of João Felix as well. Both of them have been absolutely phenomenal this season. They also take the billion of the best players in the league as well. Guerra, 14 assists, superb from the young lad, with De Paul as well getting some game time and some assists as well. João Felix alongside Thomas of Vallecano, most player of the match awards, and Oblak, 18 clean sheets. He doesn't quite get the golden glove, but he's there or thereabouts. And Llorente and the silver, wow, they have got a lot of yellow cards as well. So looking at league first, 7-0 against Vallecano. That's pretty decent to go with a 6-0 and 7-2 earlier on in the season. We did lose our first game on the 18th of October. Wow, after beating Cadiz and Getafe either side. We beat Hispales 5-0, losing to Barcelona, then getting some more big wins in here as well. A 4-1 win over Villarreal, 2-0 to Bilbao, but we do go on a winning spree in February, which is absolutely fantastic, which includes a 3-1 victory over Sevilla. March, it wasn't too far away either, with a draw against Getafe. And then April sees us beat Barcelona 5-4 and scoring another 5 goals against Levante. But that's 7-2. But we do make up for it the following game where we smashed Granada 7-0. And then look at that last game of the season as well, 6-0 against Villarreal. I think that is quite an impressive season. That's pretty good. Competitions, eek. Okay, I can live with that. We're in the Champions League again anyway. We did get knocked out by Real Madrid in the round of 16, which was 3-2. Wow, despite winning the second leg 2-1, did we play in the knockout round? No, so we must have finished in the top 8. We did 7th this time, 6 wins. Dortmund, Astana, Atalanta, Zvezda. We beat Liverpool 5-2 as well, and Feyenoord in there. Wow, we beat Liverpool. They did finish 3rd as well, Liverpool, and we lost the 2 games against Arsenal and City. You can't win them all, I guess. But the final being won by PSG over Liverpool. The Spanish Cup, we get knocked out in the 4th round. I think that was our first round in the Cup, actually. 2-1 against Almeria. I mean, if we're going head to toe and trying to win a competition, I'll take the league over the Cup, though, any day of the week. But that's disappointing to lose that. I think that's where we entered. No, we didn't. We did beat Murcia 4-2 2 in the third round. The eventual winners, Real Madrid over Real San Sebastian. And the Spanish Super Cup, we did get to the final, losing to Barcelona 1-0. So who did we beat in the semis? We beat Real Madrid 3-1. Okay, we get our own back. So looking at the squad, 35 goals from Samu. That is superb. 22-year-old striker. He's coming into his own now, isn't he? We may have to time down to another contract. He's worth up to 78. He's only on 10 grand a week. He's not moaned yet. Or has he? Oh, he is unhappy. He wants a new deal. I think we can sort that out. João Felix, 26 as well. 31 and 15. 19 and 15 for Guerrera. That's pretty good as well, Guerrera. 15 and 13 for Lino. Morata, 12 and 4, still getting some game time. Rafinha, 9 and 12. 8 and 18 for De Paul. 12 assists for Llorente. I mean, everybody's had a hand in one way or another. And Oblak, 33 years old now, still looks pretty good. Let's just double check if anything. I mean, his physicals are coming down a little bit. But I think he's still got a long way to go. He's on international duty yet again. So maybe we need to look for an understudy possibly. But everybody gets some game time apart from our second choice goalkeeper Fernandez. He's quite happy sitting on the bench. That's pretty decent of him. Looking into the window next season, we have been given £34.5 million. We are in the red, but I'm hoping we're going to get some sponsorship money and what have you to bump that up. But yeah, £34.5 million. I'm sure we can bring in 1 or 2 in there, or at least 1 anyway. And if need be, we may have to sell a couple of players as well. Starting with the outs, we do lose a couple of more players. Rodrigo De Paul, who's been an absolute servant to the club, been really, really good over the past couple of seasons. We are offered nearly up to £30 million for the 30-plus-year-old Al Nassr coming in and taking him off our hands. And same with the wages budget as well. It helps us a great deal. Ronaldo as well, he's gone to Fiorentina for £18 million. Again, I think it was 31-32. So we're quite happy to let him go and bring somebody younger in. Lamar's also gone to PSV for £14 million. And then we lose a youngster, Jordan Greeno, who's gone to Juventus. They're paying up to £7.25 million for him. His attributes look really good. How is it we never saw him? Termination 20, and he's only 18 years old. Wow. But that did put some money in the budget, and £42 million later from Girona, we bring in a left back, Miguel Gutierrez. We said goodbye to Ronaldo, so we had to bring somebody else in, and we have done. 25-year-old Gutierrez. Looks pretty damn good, actually, if I do say so myself. He's worth up to 50 odd now, but I'm hoping he'll improve, and he's got a very good couple of years ahead of him. We also bring in from Newcastle for £32 million. Yankuba Minte, a winger, can play either side, as we lost both De Paul and Lamar, who can play in both them positions. We decided to go bring another player in, younger, 22 years old. A lot of money. However, pace and acceleration looks really good. Physicals look really, really good. Dribbling, crossing looks fine as well. He's grown all the time. He's got, again, another bright future ahead of him. And finally, from Sassuolo for £9 million. We had a little bit left, and we went and got somebody else at the back, as we have got an aging backline apart from our 2 starters, Inacio and Silva. So we're bringing 24-year-old Pipetti. Pretty cheap, can grow into it. He can challenge the top 2. And again, concentration, determination and position looks really, really good. Fitness looks fantastic. Jump and reach. I'm guessing he can head. He can indeed as well. So everything you want for a 6'1" centre-back. And he likes to mark the opponents tightly, which is what we want to see. So tactically, nothing has really changed at all. So if we do pick our best 11, Inacio and Silva, as you would expect, to be still in there. Gutierrez comes in on the left-hand side. However, there is no room for Minte because Rafinha is still in there. But we can't say no to him at the minute because he's playing absolutely fine. So we have got an understudy. But apart from that, it's the same side really that's finished last season apart from our left back. We have gone unbeaten in the friendlies. We scored a couple of goals, beaten into 5-1. I mean, that just came out of nowhere after drawing with Nice 2-2. But we did start against Barcelona with a 2-2 draw. Then smashed Girona 5-0, Getafe 4-0, and just had a 0-0 draw with Valencia. So 3 games we haven't conceded a goal in, so that's pretty good from that point. We've drawn Bilbao, Benfica, Bayern Munich, Rangers, PSG, Napoli, PSV, and Galatasaray in the next round of Champions League. which is going to be pretty difficult. But I'm expecting us to go through like we did last season. I think last season we had a harder draw. We are currently lying in 4th position, 2 wins, 2 draws. We're behind Real Madrid, who are 4 for 4 and looking pretty good actually. A 7-2, a 6-0, a 5-0, a 4-0. Wow, okay, they're doing what we did last season, so they're going to be pretty hard to stop. 4 points adrift of them already. Barcelona are a point behind us, having lost a game to Vallecano. So let's delve into our 4th season. Let's see if we can maintain the title. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult this season. But if we don't do that, can we win some other trophies? Well, we didn't retain the title, but we did finish 2nd once again. I don't think we've been out of the top 2 in the last 4 seasons now, winning it last season, but we only lost 2 games this season. We lost to Sevilla and Real Madrid. Real Madrid finished behind us by 2 points. We did have a strong finish, same with Barcelona, but we just couldn't catch them. They had 3 wins. We drew an awful lot of games like Sebastian, Pamplona, Villarreal, Hispales, Valencia and Barcelona themselves. Barcelona, they did lose to Real Madrid and ourselves, so that's good, and Real Madrid lost to ourselves. But yeah, we do take chunks out of each other, do it. But we scored 90 goals. Wow, a whopping 131 by Barcelona and 110 by Real Madrid. I feel a little bit left out here. But we only conceded 29, which is the 2nd best in the league. So I've got to be happy with that. We don't appear to be on the leading goal scorers or anywhere actually, to be honest. Oblak gets 18 clean sheets, 2nd to Courtois, and Llorente, well, he does pick up the most yellow cards in the season, so we win something there. So we started off with quite a few draws and some wins. A 5-2 win over Vallecano. We lost our first game at the end of November, quickly followed by the end of the year as well to Sevilla, 4-0. But we do have some pretty good results in the meantime, and then after that we went unbeaten. The turn of the year we were unbeaten, 1 draw and solid wins, and still we couldn't catch up with Barcelona. That's got to hurt quite a bit. I'm just looking to see if there's any big scores. A 4-2 victory over Valencia, but apart from that, no more than 3 goals in a game. But we do finish May without conceding a single goal. If you do that and still can't win the league, it just goes to show you how strong Barcelona actually are. The rest of the competition, so we get knocked out in the Champions League round of 16 to Real Madrid again. Did we get knocked out last season to Real Madrid? We did. 3-2. And penalties this time. And we were 2-1 up after the first leg as well. So, yeah, shared of the wins there. But a penalty shootout win for Real Madrid in the end. Where did we finish in the league phase? We finished in 14th, which meant we went to the knockouts. But 4 wins over Galatasaray, PSV, Benfica and Bilbao. At least we're beating Bilbao now. 2 draws against Napoli, Rangers, which I'm quite surprised at, and losing to PSG and Bayern Munich, which I'm probably not surprised. But 3 points off an automatic qualification where Real Madrid just scraped through. PSG leading the way with Arsenal. Oh, there's something you don't see every day. But Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool all in the top 8. Manchester United in 11th. The knockout round we beat AC Milan 4-1. But who went on to win it? Bayern Munich over PSG. Well done to Bayern. We get knocked out in the semi-final of the Super Cup, losing to Barcelona 1-0. Real Madrid go on to beat San Sebastian, of which the winner was Real Madrid. So Barcelona don't get it all their own way. But in the Spanish Cup, we do win it. We win it from Barcelona with a massive 5-2 victory, with Samu scoring 9 goals in the competition and João Felix 5 assists. We did pretty well in that competition. Aguero got 5 goals as well, actually. We entered it on the 3rd round, I think it was. We beat Cartagena on penalties. Close call there. 4th round, we beat Huesca 4-1. Quarterfinals, 5-1 against Espanyol. And the semis had a big game against Sevilla, 7-4 overall, with a 4-0 first leg victory, I think, in that one. As Barcelona battered Andorra 12-0 on aggregate. But we do win the Spanish Cup for the first time since 2012-13. So another win and another trophy. Squad-wise, 25 goals for Samu. Not as much as the previous season, but he gets 2 assists. Still looks pretty good, actually. 23 years old. Felix, he's going to stay with us. I think he's doing marvellously well. 21 and 16. 18 and 10 for Guerra. He's looking pretty decent as well. 17 and 9 for Lino. Our front lines, we don't need to do anything. 12 and 16 for Rafinha. Wesley gets 7 and 7 actually, so that's pretty decent. How did our youngster do that we brought in? Minter, 39 games, 9 and 20. Did he play on the opposite side then? That is his first season, 22 years old. Oh my word, that is superb. And Oblak, 61, conceding 57. I mean, I don't think we need to do anything with the back, although I do feel we are lacking somewhat. Maybe a big presence at the back. Gutierrez, our left back. He's done pretty well. 2 and 8. Going into the final season. Wow. Okay. £100 million to strengthen. And probably our last chance to go for the quadruple, maybe. We've won the league. We've won the Spanish Cup. I really want that Champions League. As long as we don't meet up with Real Madrid again, we should be okay. So let's delve into the transfers. It has been very, very busy. So transfers out. Rafinha goes to Al-Ahly, Saudi Arabia, £65 million. It was worth up to 80, and to be perfectly honest, 30 years old, 65 million, we'll take it. And we brought in a couple of players with that money as well. Barrios has gone to Al Hazem for £10 million. Hermoso, Brentford, £5 million. Jimenez to Benfica for £2 million. And we lose Jose Maria, one of the youngsters in the youth team. Has gone to a PSG for up to £6 million. With this extra £84 million, we did have a bit of a spending spree. First off, from PSG for £25 million, we're bringing a right back, Alias Yalert, 24 years old. I think he's going to step in. I think we've locked him in for the for that right back position. Next up, as you've probably seen, Diamonde from Sporting for £37 million. Centre back, again, another young backup centre-back to Silva and Nascio as well. He probably might even get some game time as well. He's had a few off the bench. But again, another decent player that can grow into his role. From Benfica for £38 million, we bring in another striker. Now, he is going to challenge Samu. Samu's playing really well at the moment, but we just need more goals. He was disappointing last season with quite a few. Probably that's why maybe we lost the league, maybe. I don't know. But more goals means we'll probably win more, hopefully. But yeah, finishing 16. Physicals don't look too bad. Composure, anticipation, and off ball look fantastic as well. And again, another star striker. From Al Khalij, yes, we actually buy a player from Saudi Arabia for £36 million. It's Bento. Another goalkeeper, and we know that Oblak is getting a little bit older, but them two are going to challenge each other for that #1 jersey, and I think it'll be a pretty good substitute, if not first team goalkeeper ahead of Oblak if and when he decides to finish. From Ajax for £37 million, we bring in Sivert Mansverk, midfielder. He can play DM role, but we're not playing DMs. Definitely into midfield, back up to Guerra, Llorente. He might even challenge for a first team spot. I think he's played 3 games for us already, so he's probably doing that now. 25 years old, looks pretty decent. All his stats pretty much near 15. So again, another decent player and only 25 years old. And finally, for £28 million from Man City, I decided to take a pop on this one. Da Silva comes in, 18 years old. We haven't really got a decent backup for Felix in the cam position, even though Guerra can play there. So with nearly just over £200 million spent, this is our side now. Samora is still our main striker. Minter, Felix, Lino, Guerra, Llorente, Molina, Silva, Inacio, Gutierrez and Oblak. So it's our same side as last season, but the players that we brought in will be knocking on that door, I feel. And we did promote some youngsters from our youth team. 18-year-old David, he's a striker, again another backup, great finishing on him, 15, and stats wise looks pretty decent, and great determination of 19 already. 6'4", no traits yet, but he's very, very driven and plenty of potential. And another one from the youngsters with decent potential as well, Flair, teamwork, work rate, good physicals as well. 18-year-old right back, Zelko Milosevic. Again, another decent youngster that we can just pop straight in and hopefully may get some game time, which he has done in the friendlies. 3 off the bench. So far, so good. Wins, wins, wins. That's all we've done, and scored plenty of goals. La Liga started with a 4-1 victory over Cadiz, Alves 2-0, 3-1 against Granada, and Eibar 4-0. Teams we would expect to win. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Man City, Napoli, Brighton, Aston Villa, PSG, Leipzig, Lech, and Salzburg. That's going to be pretty difficult to get out of, but I'm expecting miracles this season. We are currently joint top together with Real Madrid and Barcelona, and all three of us have scored plenty of goals. Just for reference, we are predicted to finish third once again behind the two big teams, 9-2 to win the league. Maybe we can produce a miracle, and we have got the best goalkeeper in the league as well, which is good. And he's not even getting any game time just yet. Amazing. So let's simulate our final season. Let's see if we can come up with the goods once again and maybe win a double, a triple, or even a quadruple this season. We've done it again. We've won the league. La Liga is ours for the second time in 3 seasons. Absolutely fantastic. And we finished same points as Real Madrid. We win it on goal difference by looks of things. 120 goals scored, 32 against, with an 88 plus goal difference. That is amazing. We only lost 2 games. Who did we lose to? San Sebastian and Pamplona. Otherwise, it would have been an unbeaten season. That's an impressive season. We lost our last game of the season. We could have, is that against Real San Sebastian? Oh, 7-0 victory there. We'll have a look at them scores in just a second. João Felix, leading goal scorer. So where's our 2 strikers? Wow, João Felix has just been superb this season. He's been on fire. 31 goals, gets the golden boot. He gets the best player of the season as well. Minter gets most assists, so that's pretty good as well from the youngster. João Felix also gets most player of the match awards, and Gellert gets one of the most yellow cards as well. But none of our goalkeepers are in the clean sheets though. But it doesn't matter. We go on and win the La Liga again. Our league form, wow, look at that. We went 11 games unbeaten, 8, 9, 10, 11 games wins on the bounce, including a win over Barcelona, and we beat Bilbao as well. Then the next month, Pamplona, wow, they seem to have really messed us about this season. A 0-0. We drew with Real Madrid as well. We battered Espanyol 5-0 against Cadiz as well. I mean, we did reasonably well, and we lost our first game right up until April Fool's Day. It had to be, didn't it? Pamplona beating us at home, and Real San Sebastian beating last game of the season. But we did beat Hispalis 7-0. I think that being our biggest score. 6-2 against Sevilla and 6-0 against Leganés as well. Some pretty big scores, and a 2-0 victory over Real Madrid towards the end of the season as well. That probably helped us. Competitions, wow, would you look at that? I was almost going for the quadruple. We got the triple. We've won 3 trophies this season. And we beat Bayern Munich in the final 3-2. So let's have a look at the Champions League first. So if we look at the league phase, we finished in 7th position, qualifying straight through to the round of 16. We beat Salzburg, Lech, Aston Villa, Napoli and Man City, drawing with Leipzig and Brighton, but losing to PSG. That's pretty decent actually. PSG finished above us, just the 1 loss. Only 2 points above us, mind. Nice were unbeaten. Liverpool and Bayern finished top of the group. And Samu finishes their leading goal scorer for the competition as well. And Oblak gets most clean sheets too. Round of 16, we beat Dortmund 4-0 over the 2 legs. Quarterfinals, 5-0 against Inter. My word. The semi-finals, we just scraped past Brighton 6-5. Bayern Munich beating Liverpool 5-3. And then obviously leads into the final 3-2. Wow, I'm just happy we managed to win the Champions League eventually. Our side was pretty stacked. The Spanish Cup, we win that as well. Beating Barcelona 4-1 in the final. So 3rd round, we beat Amorebieta 5-1. 4th round, we beat Cartagena 3-1. Quarters 2-1 after extra time against Bilbao. Then we beat Vallecano 7-1. That's a battering and a half. And then the final, and we battered Barcelona. So we did score a lot of goals. Samu again leading goal scorer in that competition too. We did get knocked out in this Super Cup by Real Madrid though, 1-0, with Barcelona winning the other tie. And it was won by Barcelona. Squad-wise and goals, Samu 40 goals and 6. Felix 34 and 12. Superb from the 28-year-old Guerra, 20 and 14. 14 and 23 for Minter. 14 and 11 for Lino. Wesley 8 and 7. Mansberg 8 and 11. Leonardo, our other striker, did he get injured or something? Because he only played 20 games. 7 and 3. I'm quite disappointed with that actually, to be honest. He's 25-year-old. Gellert, he did pretty well, 3 and 7. 8 assists for Llorente. Seems to have backed off a little bit. Playing 37 games though. But then again, we have got a very much stacked forward line. It's just too good. Gutierrez, 17 assists. Superb from him as well, the left back. And 51 conceded by Oblak. Did our other goalkeeper play? He didn't, even though he's... Wow. Okay, that's probably why we did win everything. Oblak, 35 years old. Obviously with stiff competition from Bento coming in. Although an 8.46. Where's that coming from? Well, he's going to step straight into Oblak's shoes once he retires anyway. But 27 clean sheets. The staffing, yeah, superb. Absolutely brilliant. And we'll just check on, did we break any records? Right, okay, let's have a quick look. 25-26, most points in the season, 98 points. Was that the last time we won it? I think it may have been. 25-26, most league wins, 32. I think, again, that was when we won the league. 25-26, most league goals scored in the season, 26. Highest attendances, no. 24 season 2.85 gate receipts against Dortmund in the Champions League. 25-26 highest average attendance, 63, nearly 64,000. We didn't break any transfer records at all. That's quite impressive actually, to be fair. Oblak, most league appearances by a player. He's just phenomenal. He's still playing, which is fantastic. How's your average rating? 7.47 for João Felix. 25-26 the year we won it. 26 season most goals by a player in a match, 4 by Samu. 27-28 most assists by a player, 23 by Minter. Oblak, most clean sheets. He's just phenomenal goalkeeper, isn't he? João Felix, most player of match awards. Some more records there on sequences. Most matches won in a row, 19 games. Wow. Most matches without losing, 29. Flipping heck. I mean, we have crashed a lot of records here. Right, so that's where we're going to leave it. We have finally won a Champions League right at the very end, and a couple of more Spanish first divisions. And we won some Spanish Cups, and I don't think we actually won the Super Cup. Spanish Super Cup. No, we didn't end up winning that one. So that's the only trophy we did not win. However, if you did enjoy this video, please smash that video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It is free to do so. Let me know down in the comments who you would like to see rebuilt next, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.